Good morning, children. Welcome back to math session. Well, in yesterday's class, we have learned about selling price and cost price. Okay, and even profit percentage and loss percentage. And in exercise 8.3, we left with one sum. Okay, that is sixth sum. Okay, see there, open page number 169. Sorry, not 169, 171. There, if you see the sixth question, Juhi sells a washing machine for 13,500 rupees. She loses 20% in the bargain. You know that, children, the bargain means, suppose if you go outside, not for the shops, means like malls, anything. If you see outside, if you see any toy like that, if you like it, you ask how much the cost of the toy, then they'll sell 100 rupees. Then you may ask, they'll tell you, you can ask for how much you want. That means you'll ask, that is called bargain. Means then you'll ask, mostly can you give it for 80 rupees or 60 rupees. So that is called bargain. Okay. So here, while bargaining, what happened here? She loses 20%. So what was the price at which she bought it? Means is asking the actual cost price of washing machine. Do you know the cost price of washing machine here? We don't know. Okay. So we don't know the cost price of washing machine. So let cost price of washing machine equals to, let cost price of washing machine equals to X rupees. Okay, and there is a loss percentage also is given, that is 20%. Okay, loss percentage is given 20%. Now how will you find the loss now? So loss equals to 20% of X, that means 20% of cost price. So 20 by 100 into X. So 21s, 25s. So that is 1x is X by 5. Okay. So that is loss now. But actually the selling price of a washing machine is how much? Selling price of a, sorry, SP can write shortcut, no problem. Selling price of a washing machine equals to, that is given that 13,500 rupees. Is it right? Yes. Now, you know loss equals to formula, that is CP minus SP. Okay? Loss equals to CP minus SP. So what is loss now? X by 5. What is CP? Cost price, that is X, minus SP is 13,500. Okay? Loss. Now we have to find what? Cost price. Okay, that means we have to find the value of X. Okay, send all the X to left hand side. X by 5, this plus X will come as minus X, equals to minus 13,500. Okay, children, now find LCM for this. So we have to find the LCM for now 5 and 1. Okay, so the LCM of 5 and 1 is 5. So 5 one time, 1 into x minus 1 5 times 5x equals to minus 13,500. Okay. Now here nothing is there, means the constant. I told you 1x. So 1x minus 5x is how much? 4x, right? Minus 4x by 5 equals to minus 13,500. Okay. Now X equals to, this minus get cancelled. 13,500 into 4 by 5 will become 4 by 5. 4 by 5 will become 5 by 4 because reciprocal. Okay. Now we'll see in any table we'll cancel these two. So 2 6 are 12. Okay. 1 left. 2 7s are 14. 1 left. 2 5s 10. 0. 2 2s. Again in 2 table we can cancel. 2 3s are 6. 2 again 2 3s are 6. 2 7s are 14. 1 left. 2 5s are 10. So 3 3 7 5 into 5. So multiply. 5 5s are 25. 2 left. 5 7s are 35. That's 6 37. 3 left. 5 3s are 15. 16 17 18. 1 left. 5 3s are 15 plus 1 16. So the selling price, X means what now? Cost price. X means what now? Cost price. So you got now cost price of a washing machine equals to 16,875 rupees. Okay, cost price of a washing machine equals to 16,875. Okay children, is it clear now? We'll go for the next model sums. Now as I told you in yesterday's class regarding simple interest, we have a direct formula, that is to find interest I equals to P into T into R by 100. This is the direct formula to find I, that is interest. And we have 3 more formulas basing on this. That means here 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 are there. In this, P is given principal, time is given, rate of interest is given. Then you can find interest very easily. PTR by 100 formula. P into T into R by 100. Suppose if they give interest, time and R and they'll ask for P. So we have a direct formula to find the principal. So principal equals to 100 into I, means 100 into interest by T into R. That means when he asks for the principal, that time he will give interest and time and rate of interest. Okay, rate also will be given. Interest, time and rate will be given. Suppose if they ask time, then 100 into I by P into R, direct formula. Suppose they'll ask for R, then 100 into I by R is there, no? So leave R and remaining P into T. So these are the direct formulas you can use according to the question. And when they ask for amount, that means A. So principal plus interest. Amount is equals to principal plus interest. So these are the formulas you have to note down in your CW, children. I equals to PTR by 100, P equals to 100 into I by T into R, T equals to 100 into I by P into R equals to 100 into I by P into T, amount equals to P plus I. Okay, is it clear? Now basing on that, there are sums, we'll go for that. See the 9th question, children. Find the amount to be paid. Amount means total amount A. Paid at the end of 3 years, means after completing of 3 years. In each case, principal 1,200 at 12% per annum. Principal is given 1,200 and 12% per annum. So when he has given 12%, we have to understand that is nothing but rate of interest. That means R. Percentage is given, means we have to treat that one as R. Okay, capital R. Find the amount to be paid. Amount means what? Amount equals to principal plus interest. So first of all, we have to find interest. Then we have to add that interest to principal. Okay. So that will become the total amount. Okay. Suppose now in this question, amount to be paid is asking how much amount. Suppose as I told you now, if you borrow some amount from others, again you have to return back to the amount with some interest. So the person did the same thing here. Find the amount to be paid at the end of 3 years. 3 years means time is given 3 years time. Okay. Time is given 3 years. See the 9th question here. Principal is given. It will denoted with the letter P. Rupees 1,200. Okay, time is given, that is 3 years. Next, rate R is given, that is 12%. Okay, so first find interest. You know the interest formula, that is P into T into R by 100. That means P 1200 time 3 years, R 12%, that is by 100 again. Okay, so is it clear? You may get doubt how 100 came is 12%. Always the rate of interest will be given 12%. So that's why in the formula they are given 100 directly. Okay, now 0, 0 get cancelled. Okay, now 12, 3 and 12. 12 12s are how much? 144. 12 12s are 144 into 3 now. 3 4s are 12. 3 4s are 12 plus 1. 13, 3 1s are 3, 3 plus 1, 4. 3 4s are 12, 1, 3 4s are 12 plus 1, 13, 3 1s are 3, 4. So 432 rupees interest for 3 years. But he have to pay the amount. Then amount equals to P plus I, that means principal plus interest. That means he is giving his amount back. When he is giving his amount back, he will pay the principal, that is 1200, and as well as interest, that is 432. So 0 plus 2 0, sorry 0 plus 2 0, 0 plus 2 2, sorry 0 plus 2 2, 0 plus 3 3, 4 plus 2 6, 1. So 1632 rupees he will give it back. That is amount to be paid for him. Similarly, 9th question, B bit is same, only the change in principal and rate of interest, but the time is 3 years only. Okay, so we'll go for the next sum now. What rate gives 280 rupees as interest on sum 56,000 rupees in 2 years? Okay children, is it clear? What rate gives 280 rupees as interest on a sum of 56,000 in 2 years? Okay, see here the 10th question. What rate gives 280 rupees as interest? That means he has given interest. Okay, interest is 280 rupees. Next, on sum of 56,000, that means principal. The textbook is given it is principal, that is 56,000 rupees. Sum means total amount. That means total amount means how much he has given. He has given for the other person 56,000. That means principal. Time 2 years. Now what to find here is asking to find what rate. Rate means R. As I told you now, rate means direct formula is there. Okay, rate R equals to 100 into I by P into T. Okay, principal into time. Now 100 into I means 280 rupees by P principal 56,000 into time 2 years. Okay, 0 0 get cancelled. 28 ones are 28, 28 twos, 2 8s are 16, 2 2s are 4, 28 twos 56, and these 2 zeros left. Okay, then this 0 get cancelled, this 0 get cancelled. So 1 by 2 2s are 4. So rate of interest is 1 by 4. So you have to change now this one into decimals. 4 zeros are 0, 1.0, 4 twos are 8, 10 minus 8 2, point is there already 0, 4 5s are 20, so that is 0.25 percentage. Okay, so that is rate, okay, so rate of interest is 0.25%. Okay, similarly 11th sum is there, you just try for the homework. Okay children, I think we finished this chapter. Okay, and next we have to go for the perimeter and area, and as I told you that there we will not do all the sums, we will do the important model sums only. So whatever the sums left over, okay, that means it will take some time to explain for you that much area. So we were sure that definitely we are going to explain during the class, that means in the offline. Okay, so at the present examination point of view, we are going to tell you the models which we are going to cover. Those sums only will come for the examination. Don't worry that we left the sums, we are going to teach each and everything. Okay, sure that we are definitely the sums which we left, so after the examination like a bridge course we are going to tell you for you. Okay, we'll explain each and every sum there. Okay children, so get ready for the next perimeter and area. Okay, possible I'll try to send the formulas for the next lesson, perimeter and area. Area of a rectangle L into B, area of a square side into side, like that. Okay, if possible, if not in the next class only. So by this Saturday I think we are going to finish the perimeter and area and the syllabus. And the children who are coming to the school, we are giving the revision, the same revision I am going to post in the group children. Okay, so those we can copy it and do the revision for final examination, that is PF4. Okay, so have a nice day children.